Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another exciting session on Unacademy Catalyst. Today's session is going to be on how to budget your NMIMS study and also NMIS, the distance MBA. Is it worth it, right? So, we're going to discuss all about it. And as always, the first thing I tell you is give me 10 seconds to make sure I'm streaming live before we get started. Okay, I think we are streaming live and we are good to go. So good morning again. I am Parikshit. Most of you would already be knowing me by now. I am your quants and LRDI expert on the Unacademy platform. So today I have got a banner on the right side of your screen. Please mark the date. Today 8 p.m. October 29, which is today 8 p.m. Unacademy CAT-alyst is hosting a special session with SSBF PPO offers, PPO holders, right? So what is SSBF? Symbiosis School of Banking and Finance. So if you want to know more about SSBF and the quality of students who are currently in SSBF, right? And some of the top students holding JP Morgan and CRISIL PPO holders. So there is a live talk with them tonight at 8 p.m. So do mark the date and make sure you attend the same. Okay. One more thing before we get started. On Unacademy Plus, what do we offer? So this is something I want you all to know, right? On Unacademy Plus, we offer a complete coverage of your CAT syllabus, in-depth study of every chapter. So what you see on your screen is what is currently available if you subscribe to Unacademy Plus. Around 165 odd hours of quants and 65 odd hours of LRDI. A total of around 230 to 240 hours for those who feel that timing is a problem. So these are the recorded sessions. You can join anytime. You can view them at your own speed, at your own pace, at your own comfort level. Is there another option? Yes. What is the other option? The other option is to ensure that you join me live. You join me live. Now, to know more about the quality of the sessions, you can always log on to Unacademy and filter on my name, Parikshit Saikia, and you'll get a lot of free classes. So once you view the free classes, you get to know the quality of the classes. And if you think that, okay, you are up for the CAT with 240,000 students writing the CAT, you want to be in the top 1 percentile and hence looking for some guidance, you can always subscribe to Unacademy Plus using my referral code Parikshit Saikia. If you use this referral code, you get 10% off, okay, on the subscription fee. And once you do that, you can always ping me on the Educator app and I'll add you to my exclusive groups. Okay, let's get started with today's session. Okay, first things first. Now, before I talk about the NMIMS expenses and how to budget your NMIMS dreams, right? First, why NMIMS is such a sought after college in the country for a postgraduate in management. Okay. Now, these are some statistics and the source of these statistics are the college website. Okay. So first, how many students do they take and what are the placement figures look like? So only if the placement figures are probably good enough, the profiles are lucrative enough, you think about spending some money and taking up a course in NMIMS, right? Okay. So NMIMS, a 2-year MBA. So how many seats are available? 600. 600. Now when I say 600, it is across all the disciplines. So marketing, finance, operations, across all disciplines. In the Mumbai campus, we have got a total of 600 seats. Similarly, MBA for HR in the Mumbai campus is 120. Now, if you look for other niche specializations like decision science and analytics, right? These are upcoming courses, very much in demand in the market. There are 60 seats and MBA in pharmaceutical management is 120. This is for those of you who have some background in pharmaceutical in your graduation. Now there are other NMIMS campuses as well. NMIMS Bangalore has 240 in tech, Hyderabad 120, Navi Mumbai campus has 120. So when I say Navi Mumbai, I obviously mean the previous one. The first one is the main campus in Vile Parle, right? Okay. And then you have the indoor campus 60, Business Analytics Mumbai 120, and MBA in Digital Transformation is 60. Okay. Now these are some of the numbers that you now get to know. Okay. This is the NMIMS MBA or PGDM intake for the upcoming year. Having said that, the second thing is, okay, why is it so much in demand? Why NMIMS is one of the most sought after colleges in the country? Now the figures on the right side of your screen, I think should be impressive. Again, the source of these figures is the college website and the placement reports. Now, if you look at the placement reports, right, for the batch of 2018-2020, it's the batch which is graduating this year, right? So what do you see? You are looking at an average domestic CTC of 18 lakhs per annum. And I think that's quite impressive considering the number of students, the high number of batch strength, right? And the highest CTC was 38.57 per annum. Okay, that was the domestic placement, whereas the international placement was 58.61. Now you might be thinking, okay, which college are we talking about here? This is across NMIMS all courses, across all courses of NMIMS. Obviously, the best course in NMIMS is the first one, the Mumbai campus, if you take up one of the major disciplines like finance, marketing, and so on. Okay. Now, if you look at the MBA placement statistics, right? Now, these are numbers for the best ones, for the best guys in the crowd, for the best guys in the crowd. Now, if you happen to be one of them, if you think you have the potential to be one of them, probably in a crowd of 600, 700 people, you could be in the top 50. Now, when I say top 50, on what parameters? It could be based on your ACATs. It could be, it is basically in this case, right? In the figure that I have, it is based on the highest top 50 salaries being offered. So that was 29 lakhs per annum. What about the top 100 students? 26 lakhs per annum. And similarly, you can read the numbers for top 150 and the top 150 students in the batch. Okay. And you also see that they have a very good records of PPOs and PPIs. So PPOs 34%, 44% of the batch receives PPOs and PPIs, right? So these are very, very impressive numbers. If your dream is also to be in one of the Fortune 500 companies, even that is available, right? Look at the numbers, 41. That's a very high number if you look at the current crisis, job market crisis in India. Okay. Now, having said that, I must tell you, every good thing comes with a cost. Every good thing comes with a cost. So let's look at the money part of it. Let's look at the money part of it. And hence the name of the course is How to Budget Your NMIMS Dream, right? Okay. Now let's talk about it. Okay. Now your MBA general, okay. So when I say general, it could be operations, finance, marketing. So it's one of the major sought after branches that we are talking about, right? What is the fee here? The fee is 19.76 lakhs. Okay. So basically it's around approximately 20 lakhs, approximately 20 lakhs. Now, the next thing that might come in your mind is, okay, is the fee same for all the institutes of NMIMS? No. The number that I have quoted here is for the Mumbai campus, which is the best, What about other campuses like Bangalore and other places? They are a bit less. How much less? Around 2 to 3 lakhs less. So if it is 20 lakhs in the Mumbai campus, the Bangalore campus will be somewhere around 17.5 to 18 lakhs. Okay. And obviously, to be eligible, you need to have minimum 50% marks aggregate overall in your graduation. Right? Of all years means across all the years, your average should be 50% to be eligible for a seat in the coveted NMIMS University. Okay. Next. Now the next thing that comes to your mind is when you spend 20 lakhs, obviously you need to think about making an MBA budget. Now the 20 lakhs is only the tuition fees, in NMIMS Mumbai. Okay. So let's talk about Mumbai. Why? A, because it is the best among all the NMIMS. B, it is the most sought after. And C, probably if you are dreaming for a seat in NMIMS, you are probably looking for NMIMS Mumbai. Okay. The first thing. When the fee is 20 lakhs, we are also looking at making an MBA budget. Okay. Now, when you talk about an MBA budget, the 20 lakh, first of all, is only the tuition fee. Is only the tuition fee. Now, then you have got the books and supplies. You need to add some money to it. Books and supplies. Now, probably if you spend 20 lakhs, books and supplies would be a small part of it. Will be a small proportion. Let's say you are willing to spend 20 lakhs, probably another 60-70,000 over a duration of 2 years. You can spend on books and supplies. Now, when I say 60-70,000, that is only for books. If you are talking about a laptop, that's separate. That's separate, right? Okay. Now, a lot of you, once you get into an MBA, you also think of pursuing specialized certifications. Now, these fees will be separate. The cost of these fees will be separate. So that also needs to add on. So if I were to write 20 lakhs as the tuition fee plus the figures that you see here, plus the figures you see here, books and supplies, certifications, so that will add on. Okay. Similarly, food and housing. Now, very, very, very important. If you are talking about a 20 lakh in NMIMS, please don't forget we are talking about the Mumbai campus. We are talking about the Mumbai campus. Now, whether you like it or not, NMIMS Mumbai doesn't have a hostel. Okay. So it means if you were to pursue an MBA in NMIMS, you need to be staying in a PG or a rented apartment in Mumbai. Now, I must tell you, MBA days are very hectic. You would have very less time to travel. Okay. Now, when you have very less time to travel, it means you would probably want to stay in a place which is close to the college. Okay. So, where is NMIMS located? NMIMS is located in Vile Parle in Mumbai. Now, Vile Parle, that's close to Andheri. Now, if someone doesn't know where is Andheri, not a problem. It's just sufficient to know that it is one of the most expensive areas in Mumbai. Okay, it is near to the airport and this is one of the expensive places in Mumbai. Now, if you were to take a small rented apartment, let's say I'm talking about 5 people in an apartment, probably a 1 BHK or a 2 BHK, the rent will come out to be somewhere around 35 to 40,000. 35 to 40,000. You divide it by 5, you still need to shell out around 7,000 to 8,000 per month on the rent. Per month on the rent. Okay. So please, when you budget, you also need to consider your rent. Okay. So 8,000 per month into probably 24. Into 24. Why? You are looking at a 2-year MBA course. You are looking at a 2-year MBA course. And then transportation is not much. And contingency is any emergency fund that you might want to have. Okay. Now, these are the major expenses if you want to do an MBA from NMIMS. The second thing is, okay, how to budget my NMIMS Mumbai study. Okay, obviously one way would be going for loans, but let's come to the loans a little later. Let's talk about people who have work experience. Okay, work experience people. Now, work ex people, there is most of the companies, probably a lot of you who turn up in NMIMS is from a TCS, an Accenture, a Cognizant or a Wipro or one of the IT companies or one of the mass recruiters as I call, right? Most of these companies offer a company scholarship, a company assistance, a company scholarship or a company assistance. Now, what is this company assistance? It is basically the company will provide you some money, will provide you finance your MBA or a portion of your MBA, but there is a catch. The catch is you need to, once you are done with your MBA, you need to come back and work in the same company. Now, I know for sure that one reason why you want to do an MBA is probably because you don't like your work in the current company. Could be one of the reasons. Then when I say, if you want to come back and work in the same company, does it make sense? But here, it's not about your likes and dislikes. We are talking about is it financially prudent to take this company assistance program that is being offered by many companies. And NMIMS also has tie-ups with a lot of companies. Like companies like Cognizant also offer exclusive courses in NMIMS. Okay. So they do have a lot of tie-ups. Now, if you were to opt for this company assistance scholarship for a course in NMIMS, now what, as I said, you need to come back and work in the company for a certain period of time. Now, here you need to make a calculated decision. When I say a calculated decision, what do I mean? Calculate your ROI. Okay, if the company probably is providing you an assistance of 10 lakhs, okay, and they say there is a 2-year bond, just an example. Different companies would have different requirements and different terms and conditions. Think about it. Is it making sense if the company finances 10 lakh and provides me a 2-year bond? Could be. Why? Because if you were to take an entire 25 lakh loan, why I say 20 lakh, 25 lakh? Because 20 lakh is only your tuition fees. If you add up the remaining expenses, probably we are looking at something around 25 lakhs. You take a 25 lakh loan, the EMI would be really, really high. So even if you get a 1 lakh per annum job post your completion of your MBA in NMIMS, you still would need to pay 40-50,000 EMI every month. So your net take home salary could just be probably 50,000. Okay. Now do some amount of calculations. Is that worth compared to which is better, the company assistance program or probably going for a loan? If you were to opt for a loan or probably for freshers, loan is the only option. NMIMS has tie-up with a lot of banks, and because it is a tie-up with a lot of banks, it helps to get a loan easily. When I say easily, I don't mean to say without collaterals or without the required documents, but probably without the hassles. If you go to the NMIMS website, right, and search for their loan assistance, you see that they have got a tie-up with these banks, and they also have the point of contact, a phone number and a name of a person from each of these banks who you can call up if you need some assistance for any loan. So probably these are people working in these banks. So SBI, Baroda Bank, ICICI and Syndicate Bank has tie-up with NMIMS for exclusive loans. And again, NMIMS also has got tie-up with other financial institutes like Credila. What is Credila? Credila is the educational loan arm of HDFC. So that's basically a student loan department of HDFC. So they also have tie-up with these. Now, where do you get the contact details of the required persons? You can go to their website and get their contact details regarding loan for an MBA in NMIMS. Okay. The next part is, you still feel the cost is too high. Probably a 25 lakh loan might give you sleepless nights. So what is the next thing? That you can talk about? The other option that you have is a distance MBA. From NMIMS, because that is very cost effective. Okay. Let's talk about the cost part first. And then I will come to the reviews. Okay. If you look at the cost part, a 2-year distance MBA from NMIMS will only cost you 86,000 in total. 86,000 in total for both the years. 86,000 only if you make a one installment payment. But if you want to pay for 2 years, let's say annually, obviously you'll have to pay 47,000 per year. Obviously it has to be higher than if you make a one-time payment. Or the other option is semester wise. So if it's, let's say, every 6 months you want to make a payment, then it will come out to be 25,000 per year per semester for a distance MBA from NMIMS. Having said that, okay, now which are the distance MBA options that NMIMS provide? Now NMIMS provides distance MBA in two broad wings. Now the first wing is PGDBA. Okay, so postgraduate diploma in business analytics, and the second is a postgraduate diploma management. So this is for your normal finance, marketing and specialization. and this is regarding analytics. So you see below is the exhaustive list of the 2-year distance MBA courses that NMIMS offers. So it could be a diploma in business management, HRM, marketing management, financial, operation, retail, supply chain, banking and financial management, IT or international trade management. International trade management. Okay. So, okay, having known these, how good are these? Okay, let's get into the details first of all. Now, these are all online mode of education, all online mode of education. We are talking about a minimum duration of 2 years and a maximum duration of 4 years. The specializations offered is what is just read out, the 10 specializations. Is it a dual specialization available? No. Eligibility is same as your normal MBA, 50% in your graduation. And then you have the fees, and then you have the fees. Okay. Now, these are all online modes of education, of teaching. And the admission cycle is in July and January every year. Is in July and January every year. Now, NMIMS distance MBA is considered to be really good. Is considered to be really good. Okay. Now, if you think that probably you did not score well, so which exam do they take? Which exam? It is again via the NMAT. It is again via the NMAT. Now, if you feel that you probably did not get a good enough score in the NMAT to pursue a full-time MBA in NMIMS, or probably you don't want to wait for one more year, can distance MBA be an option? Yes, it definitely can be if you are ready for an online mode of education, okay? Which is obviously relatively cheaper, very, very cheap compared to the 25 lakhs that you will sell out for a normal MBA. But obviously, it would have its own disadvantages. If you ask me what are the placements, okay, because it is an online course, it cannot be 100% placements. So NMIMS only provides support, placement support for a NMIMS distance course. Okay. When I say support, basically it will share some job details, but it is not responsible for your final placement. But if you ask me what is the biggest USP, biggest USP is even if you do a distance MBA, you become an alumni of NMIMS. And you know NMIMS has a very reputed alumni brand, right? It has been in existence for over several decades now. You become a part of that alumni brand, and hence you get a lot of opportunities probably for career growth as well as for career growth. But again, I repeat, it's not full-time placement that NMIMS would offer. They would only provide you placement support. I think that's it for today. Any question that you have that you might wish to ask, you can ping before we are done. Anything? Okay. Okay then. Thank you so much. I hope you all enjoyed the session, and I will see you tomorrow for another session of mine. Tomorrow morning 10:30 a.m. on Unacademy CAT-alyst. So every morning 10:30 a.m. is when we meet for a session on Unacademy CAT-alyst. Thank you everyone, and have a great day ahead.